Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not, do this one as I'm talking about a What's It films, why not this? Based on a banned book, that's right, based on a What's It banned book, it's been banned for a number of days, Latest Saturday Lover. That's right, Latest Saturday's Lover. Now this one, there've been a lot, and I mean a lot of different versions of Latest Saturday's Lover. Bear with me, I'm just moving something off my bed, so you know what I'm doing. Right, where was I? So, there've been loads and loads of different versions of Latest Saturday's Lover. You know, they did a TV series in 1993. They did, let me think, they did a couple of films. But this one's the original 1981 Latest Saturday's Lover. We're going to go with it. Well, as we know, it's got the erotic star. It did all the Man Myself films. Well, almost all the Man Myself films. I'll get to some of them later during the week. It did a few other erotic films, that being the late Macy West, the late Sylvia Tistel. And as you know, it's got the starring role as Lady Saturday. Now this is an interesting one because it shows her getting married, it shows her husband going to war, and if you remember rightly, I think he hits a line mine bomb or something, you know, the mine bombs, and it blows up at the back of him, and that tortures him to becoming a wheelchair. Now I do know in the book version it mentions him being permanently paralysed. In this he doesn't, he just get fixed up and he can walk nearly at the end, which I don't have to do that. It's a little bit different than the book, as well as the televised version. And roughly, it's more of a drama as well as an erotic film. There's a bit of ram bang fight your man, but if you're going into it for lots and lots of bonking, just like the book version, you're going to be disappointed. You do see a bit of nakedness, which is typical of Silver Tistel, and they keep repeating it. You do see a bit of ram bang fight your man. But again, without repeating myself, if you're going into it thinking it's going to be just like the book with lots of ram bang fighting your man, you're going to be disappointed. It's more of a drama piece. It's more of a drama piece. So like I say, he has been a realtor. She's very, very rich. She's with a rich class people. She wanders in this forest. They've got a new dainty bar. And he's manly washing himself. I'll put it in a nice detail. An old bucket, hot water, the old ways of washing yourself. And she's been a bit of a perf farm lady Saturday. She's watching him around the buses. And there's a funny bit later on where she puts this blanket, that's like a blanket round her face, and she's picturing what he was doing all early on when he's having a wash, and let's just say she's having a bit of fun. She's masturbating. Fucking hell, we've all done it. Well, maybe most of us. And the movie's coming out of the way. So, as the film goes on, she meets him again. She talks about these birds and eggs. She gets upset because her husband treated her like shit, and then he takes her on the barn and gives her a good set scene. Let's say set scene to keep it mild. This is the one I remember rightly. She does it on the branch of a tree. This was the one where she does it on a tree. Looks very uncomfortable, but somehow she's enjoying it. They do have a scene where they make a flower chain and make little pretty little chains with little daffodils and other little pretty flowers. You got this pretty harmonistic music down your ear, which is like typical of these erotic films. I told us it's not at all like the book. If anyone knows the Daisy Jane scene and anyone's ever read the book, The Lady Saturday Lover, you find it was a lot more below the bone. So I can understand in the movie version how they mild that scene with the Daisy Jane. Like I said, there's a lot of bonking in it, and there's a bit though where the husband's a bit of an arsehole because he's paralysed. Well, we found out he's halfway through the film, and he automatically puts the brakes on his fucking wheelchair, making it more hard work for the gatekeeper to push him. And then another halfway through the film, if I remember right there, I told us later Saturday sees that it's just disgusting because he knows what he's done. But there's another bit where these people were pulsing and he orders the gatekeeper to fucking beat him up. I was wondering, would he get away with that? And so on. But halfway through the film, he gets fixed up. And he can walk again, the husband. And I think Lady Chatterley goes with the sisters, goes aboard, which I think was mentioned in the book, as well as the 93 TV version. But when she comes back, she finds out that the gatekeeper has sacked, gatekeeper, get right, the husband I meant to say, sacked the gatekeeper. Until she mentions that she was having it away, she was having an affair. That there's a bit halfway through the film where the husband's down the walk, he doesn't, and she's having rampant fighting man in the bedroom apartments. There's a little bit of bonking here and there, but I say it's more of a drama piece later Saturday. If you're going into it like the Man Myself films, the early ones, if you're going into it like erotic films or anything with rampant fighting man, it's not that type of film. There's a bit of bonking, there's a bit of nudity, but it's more of a drama piece. I don't keep repeating that line. So, like I say, she finds out that her husband shot the gatekeeper to get a new one. He can walk now, slightly. She tells the husband what's going on. He goes ape and she leaves. And then she meets the gatekeeper. He's now working in a coal mine. She mentions that she may be pregnant. He wraps his arms around her. Happy ending. The end of the film. The end of the film. But I didn't mind this one. I didn't mind it. Is it as faithful to the book? Little bits here and there, but I think they mild it. Because if anyone has ever read the book, to Lady Chatterley's Lover, you know that the book version is very, very to the bone. I shit you not, it's very, very, very to the bone. The Daisy Chain scene, I noticed, is mild up compared to what was used in the book, which I'm not going to say. Do not want to get in trouble by YouTube. But the book version, anyone who's ever read the book, The Lady Chatterley's Lover, you'll find the Daisy Chain was done totally and utterly different. So it was totally different than what you see in the film version. And I know in the early 90s, they did one with Sean Bean as the gatekeeper in a TV version of Lady Chatterley's Lover, which very surprising was on TV. I know they did another film version. I know before all that, in the late 70s, they had Lung Lady Chatterley, which I reviewed, as well as Lady Chatterley, Lung Lady Chatterley, I should say. Lung Lady Chatterley 2. I remember reviewing that. But Lady Chatterley, people say it's more based on the book with Sylvia Tistel. I say yeah and no, but the book version, if you are going in for bonking, you're definitely going to get what you want in that one, because the book, as we know, it was a lot more raunchier, a lot more to the bone. It definitely didn't hold back in the rampant fighting man. The book version was just basically just filth. You definitely see why it got banned in that era. And I just maybe now was thinking, probably compared to erotic books over the years, probably Lady Chatterley, Lover, the book probably now is tamed. It's like Man Myself, the original book of that. It's probably tamed compared to today's standards. But you can see probably in its era why it got banned. It was refreshing to see a movie version. But again, I know I keep repeating it, it's more of a drama piece. It's set in the olden times, I get it, because the book was in the olden times. And I've got to admit, Sylvia Tistel does do a good performance in it. She actually does do a good performance. And the one that plays the gatekeeper, it does a pretty boy. He also does a good performance. So for that, because it's a good bit of drama. A 3-star rating. Put it to them. Be smart. Be safe. See you later.